And we are rolling. What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. This video, I'm going to be briefly going over a cold email system that I'm going to be building with Make.com. It's going to be fully automated. I actually have the flow right up here. Essentially, the idea for this is to be reaching out to people who are in need of, outreach sales, right? Or in need of more sales, right? And this kind of this kind of idea is, I think really, really effective. Instead of reaching out to, 100,000, business owners, whatever, over cold email, you can just, you can niche down a lot and, really only be reaching out to people who, are in dire need of this, dire need of sales, right? It doesn't have to be, you don't have to pitch on cold email systems. You can pitch on, tons of other things, anything related to sales, right? And there's a million different things. With that said, I guess I'll briefly go over this and then I'll get right into the build. So essentially the idea would be using a software called Bright Data to scrape a new list of job postings on LinkedIn, right? So each, almost every minute, there's just, routinely jobs being posted on LinkedIn for, SDRs, sales development representatives, every hour of every day, right? And so, once a day, it'll go in, scrape them, see what new jobs are posted, extract all the information, the summary, the company profile on LinkedIn, XYZ, everything, as much as we can that's, relevant, what we need to do. After that, we'll throw it into an LLM like Gemini or ChatGPT for personalization. Just kind of personalize each email. Be like, hey, first name, notice you have a job posting for XYZ that it's related to IT and software, whatever it may be, right? After that, we use email software to automatically find and validate the email, and then we will draft a cold email. Just cold email. That's kind of the overview of everything. Now it's a lot more in depth, in each little box than just a few text lines. But so I'll try to make it as simple as possible. But something I really like about this is it's not rocket science, but it's very, very effective. It's very, very effective, which is something I really like. With that, I guess we'll get started. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is pop into Bright Data. If I can spell. Alright, now we're going to want a new web scraper. Go to LinkedIn job, discover by keyword, scraper API, because we're doing this automatically. Alright, location is going to be US. I'm going to use two of these. You'll see why in a second. SDR. US. Time range will go past 24 hours for both of them. Part-time, full-time, experience level associate, and mid-senior level. Fully remote, because this is what this is what we're going to be doing. Now that looks right. Just make sure we're there. Okay, now what we're finally going to have to do is send a webhook. So let's go. I actually already have one set up here. Let's copy this. Boom. Now, if we go to JSON formatter, I already did this. So copy and paste this HTTP. I'm just going to try and briefly go over this and show you that it's not too complicated. HTTP, make a request module. So what we're grabbing, now we're doing this all via API. So, whatever we customize, this is kind of the front end and this is the back end. Whatever we customize on the front end will automatically, mirror what's happening on the back end, right? Anything's changing, right? If we change, this US, if we change this US to, FR, whatever, I don't know if that's abbreviation for France. But if we change it to France, then, it'd be FR instead of US thing, right? So, so that's that. If we go over, so we copy and paste, we'll get this in there. Now this will be a post request because we are entering this information. Okay, now we need authorization. So go to headers, authorization. It's just kind of to show you, show right today that we're not some random whatever, right? Okay, so that's that. Now we need to do is this, and then copy, and then application JSON, request the content, and that should be that. So now part one, write data email. Let's name that. No, we're not going to run this just yet. Okay, so we have this. Right data, I don't know what this is for. Okay, so that's that. Now, I think I already did a lot of this. All right, so all we have is a custom webhook. Then we have variables, because this is all the relevant information we need to extract. Okay, here. Let's see. Here's the company name. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna keep this prompt in there just because I already have it built. Obviously, the person, whoever's watching this will not, but I will put in the Loom description of this video, so it will be no issue. Generically email for icebreaker for email. Hey, first name, company name. Here's the company name. So, I have a better idea. For this. What if we have this? Here's name. Two. Here's right here. First name. First DR. So we can just delete this. All right, you know what this is? I'll do this over email. Now I'm gonna send this. To my own account just because for testing purposes. But let me see if we can map this. I also forgot that we need to put in the email finder, which is what we'll do on a second. Is this go? Is this? Do we have a name? Right, so that's that. Now, okay, so for email, that we're going to be using a service called an email finder. An email finder is great. Does exactly what I need it to. If it's not broke, I fix it. So this is this. You can sign up, get some credits. I actually have a different account that I'll be using for testing purposes. Now you can see my API key. Before I even publish this video to go live, that API key will be deleted. So don't even you don't even have to try and use that. It'll be deleted. Anyways, so for this, now that I have the API key, what we're gonna do is, it's really simple. Go over that, an email finder, make an account, go over to API, get your API key, copy, and then you're good to go. Right? You can have a little free trial. So what we're gonna do is an email finder. We're gonna go search for person's email. Now, when I add an account, I have so many accounts. Account test cold. 20 men try to take it. All right, so do we have our domain? Company name. We don't. Company name. Yeah, I wish I could use domain instead of company name. Full name. This is what we're gonna do here. Where's full name? Job poster name. You know what? I have a better idea here. We're gonna use. Oh, this is nice. This is completely raw and edited, so you kind of see how a regular workday works for me. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. Decision maker's email. We're gonna do this and then search. Okay, I do want to do domains so badly. We'll do HR, probably marketing. I don't have the domain though. That's the annoying thing. Maybe I do. Company logo, company URL. That's the LinkedIn. put Alright, I'm just gonna use company name. Not ideal, but that's what we're gonna have to do. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do this. And then we're going to do so yeah, ideally, you would replace this email address with, the email verified, whatever it may be. But for testing purposes, I'm just gonna use my email just to, show you what everything looks like, finalized product. Now, is everything set up? I want to look into this prompt one more time. I'd like to have a similar. All right, you know what? Because I think I have a similar format. Now, here's a company reaching out to right now. First name. Exact something similar. Okay. We don't have time. 11 minutes. I want you to generate cold email icebreaker for an email. Full name. And it's just gonna be full name. Choose your response. 20 men try to take him, 21 men made a slip, 21 would be the man. The question is, I don't want a maximum of 10 responses. Maximum number of results. Yeah, that's annoying. I don't want 50 emails going to me though. All right, you know what? We're just going to do it like this. And then if I get 50 emails, then so be it. Just proves that this thing works. Now, break it up part 2, break it up, upload to LinkedIn. So the way this would ideally work, let's make sure this is even senior level, past 24 hours, past week, so it's not what we did. Break it up, upload to LinkedIn. We have so many of these. Hold on. It's the oldest. Here we go. All right, so ideally this would run automatically every 24 hours in checks. So what we would do in an ideal world every day at, call it 8 a.m., right? And then I'd activate the scenario and then I'd run, and then once everything's completed, I'd send a webhook, and then we'd grab the email, personalization, whatever, right? Now, what I'm going to do now, I will just run this. So that ran, and then once it's completed, it will go over to this part 2 automation, break data. So here we go. Now this thing is now I'm getting bombarded with emails. Here you go. So that's that. So everything ran. Let's check on my email. I'm gonna have so many. There you go. This is Aaron Lopez. Aaron started job posting for Enterprise A role at Mecca 1. Wanted to reach out my company based on integrations. Has built an outreach system that books and upwards of 35 qualified appointments per month for companies. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this obviously needs to be modified and fixed. So like, second of growth. I thought it was worth reaching out. I don't like. We have some things we have to change here. We have a lot of things we need to change here. Okay. Job poster. Okay, so I need to change that. All right, I have an idea here. Name, and then this will be job poster split. Actually, yeah, split this based on space. Okay, so split that based on space. Is this hard enough to run that? Okay, so now I'm gonna need a set variable for this because I want I want two new lines right here. Instead there's nothing. New format. I don't know. I want to put for the new format. Replace this. Replace this. The new line. That's not even a thing. What the hell? All right. New line. New line with BR. So now that's HTML. Now we're gonna have this in there, and then is this first name? This is what I need to do right here. It's not what I meant to do. This probably isn't the most entertaining video, but it's completely raw and edited. This is me actually working in real time, which is, I think, very rare these days. So, compiler. If we do this, let's see what I'm doing here in a second. I can take this. I guess I can. There we go. All right, so I can have this, except now it's going to be for 4. So what I'll do is here, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, 1. And then, okay. I think that's good. I have an idea. Here. A little bit of prompt modifying. Notes, humanized, limited adjectives, because I love to use adjectives. Limited adjectives. Keep it humanized, limited adjectives. High school. And we'll call it football. Men had tried to take him, 20 men had made us sleep. Now, if you upload this again to the wrong one, of course, right here. You know what I want to do to limit the amount? Okay, never mind. Alrighty, guess we're doing this again. Alright, so we edited that, or we ran that again. Now we're in the wrong one for the 5th time. Now, any second now, I should receive this. So long, bright data takes. But it's nice. Bright data is so nice. Very, very cheap. We're doing on time. 19. $21 would. Now the only thing we're really doing is just waiting for Breakdata to finish up. I guess we could check logs, see if there's anything there. If I refresh this, I'm curious what would happen. Breakdata. There we go, 7 records. Okay, so that refreshed. Oh, sorry, I actually turned it on or off. All right, so if we process this, there we go. Email. Then send an email to me. Oh, I would ideally like to just turn this off. 3. Okay, so I got 5 mails. Now, if you look in the email finder, because we're actually not using this, so result. So there we go. Ali at Macro 1AI. So that's nice. Go to Macro 1AI. So there we go. Right. Very, very nice. So then what we can do is not do that, but email address. There you go. Email. You just map that in, and then you're good to go. Right. So now if we go over to here, we still have this issue. Okay, is this, that's annoying. Aaron, why is that not showing up? Why is that not showing up? For first name. Huh, that is annoying. Huh. Now I have an idea here for this too, because we're gonna finalize this. Half of it is building, half of it is testing, right? So I want to show you guys, not the best of both worlds, I guess, but okay. This is what. So I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna use this. But what I will use is okay, first name, bin, br. Obviously, you can do br across one line, but I just don't want to. Like to keep it organized. Now I don't know if that's going to be ideal. No flow. Don't start with me first. About what you do, offer, etc. 21 the big guy. All right, hopefully that should be good. Now for the time, that's still wrong. All right, now we're gonna run this once more. Take a second to run. Probably time us out. Definitely time us out. I'm just gonna do this. Guess we're waiting. So we just put in a make a request. I did redo that a little bit, but so we just put in a request. So here's our history right now, literally 10:36. So now we'll just wait for the webhook. If it's formatted correctly, if it's not, there we go. There's everything. Now it's going berserk. Actually, no, we'll just check my email. All right, there we go. Is this Aaron? Okay, is this? Okay, so it's not going to have a first name half the time. Shirag, okay. Okay, hey, you saw your job posting for strategic extra coder pad. Wanted to reach out, basic recognitions with quality. Okay, that's pretty, I mean, that's pretty quality. It's not ideal, but I'd say we're 80 to 90% of the way there. I mean, I think just finalizing the, first name a little bit. I actually have an idea for that. Put Amanda Richardson. I have an idea for that. Because we can just use, we can split this CEO. I mean, there we go. I mean, that's good. I'd say that's pretty much it. Obviously you can use this, reach out to as many companies as you want, as many job postings as you want, activate that other automation. And, you'll be, every day, once every day, you'll be reaching out to, ideal, ICPs, right? So that's pretty much it. Yeah, let me know if you have any other video ideas. This was a really lot longer than I wanted it to be. I'll get better at explaining, but I think a lot of the videos I'm trying to do are just things, just showcasing everything live from my point of view, right? There's so many videos out there about automation, and they coach, whatever you want to call it, but it's not something that's live, right? So this is kind of what this is something I'm trying to do and incorporate. So yeah, like I said, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll leave that GPT prompt in the Loom description.